Dear children, bless you all in the name of Jesus Christ. We are learning history unit 2 from trade to territory. How did the English East India Company establish its power? Let us recall what we have learned in the previous class. The previous class we started learning about Carnatic Wars. Carnatic was one of the important region in southern part of India which was ruled by Nawab. British, they wanted to capture Carnatic and wanted to show their political power in that. In the meantime, French people also, they wanted to capture Carnatic and show their power. So a series of war happened in Carnatic, 3 wars, continuously 3 wars were happened. The duration was 1746 to 1763. In the previous class, we learned about first Carnatic War. The duration of that was 1746 to 1748. An important battle happened under first Carnatic War was Battle of Adayar, which was happened in 1746. What was the cause for that Battle of Adayar? It was the echo of the Austrian War of Succession, which was happened between England and France in Europe. Austrian War of Succession was happened. That echoed in India also at Battle of Adayar, which was happened at Santo, located on the river banks of Adayar. In that, a small French army under Captain Paradis defeated strong Indian army. And French got victory in that, and the war came to an end with the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle in 1748. And the second Carnatic War, it was an interesting and a notable event in the Indian history. The duration of the war was 1749 to 1754. We learned about Battle of Amber, which was happened in 1749 in the previous class. So what was the main cause for the second Carnatic War? The main cause of that war was the issue of succession in Carnatic and Hyderabad. In Carnatic, Anwaruddin and Chanda Sahib were the two claimants. Those who were fighting for the throne of Carnatic. And in Hyderabad, Nazir Zain and Muzaffar Zain, they were fighting for the throne of Hyderabad. In that, who were all supported by the French? Good. Chanda Sahib and Muzaffar Zain are supported by the French. That's why the other two peoples, Anwaruddin and Nazir Zain, they seek help from the British people. So what happened in Battle of Amber in 1749? Dupleix, Chanda Sahib, Muzaffar Zain, they formed a grand alliance and defeated and killed Anwaruddin Khan, the Nawab of Carnatic, on 3rd August 1749, the Battle of Amber. And what happened to Anwaruddin's son? Who was Anwaruddin's son? Muhammad Ali. What happened to him? He fled to Tiruchirappalli because of the fear of Chanda Sahib. So Chanda Sahib became the Nawab of Carnatic with the help of the French and rewarded a grant of 80 villages to British people. In the Deccan too, the French defeated and killed Nazir Zain and Muzaffar Zain as the Nizam, appointed Muzaffar Zain as the Nizam. Muzaffar Zain also supported by the French people. So already French people, they got 80 villages from Chanda Sahib. Now Muzaffar Zain also rewarded the French and gave, Dupleix was appointed as the governor of all the territories south of river Krishna. But what happened to Muzaffar Zain then? Muzaffar Zain was assassinated by his own people. After that, who was made as the Nizam of Hyderabad? Salabat Zain was made as the Nizam of Hyderabad. And the northern Sakas also given to the French people. So in both the wars, who seems to be got success? The French seems to be got success. But it was changed after the arrival of a great man. Already I told you that. The next class I will say about that like that. In the previous class I told. So now let us see about the great man and what was the war fought. So let us continue the second Carnatic War. Let us see about Battle of Arcot. Battle of Arcot was fought in the year 1751. The war was fought mainly to capture Muhammad Ali. Who was Muhammad Ali? Son of Anwaruddin Khan. Anwaruddin Khan was the Nawab of Carnatic. He was killed by the group of Dupleix, Chanda Sahib and Muzaffar Zain. So on the fear of death, Muhammad Ali, he took refuge in Tiruchirappalli. So Dupleix, the French governor, he wanted to capture Muhammad Ali and to kill him. Chanda Sahib also wanted to do that because Chanda Sahib killed Anwaruddin and became the Nawab of Carnatic. They may thought that Muhammad Ali will come back to defeat them. So Dupleix, along with the French forces, and Sanda Sahib with the French forces, they went to Tiruchirappalli. So in the meantime, there is an important person came out of the English side. His name was Robert Clive. So Robert Clive was an ordinary clerk in English East India Company, but he was a very well-trained soldier. So Robert Clive, he gave a proposal to the British governor. At that time, Saunders was the British governor. So Nawab of Carnatic Chanda Sahib, now he went to Tiruchirappalli to capture Muhammad Ali. In the meantime, Robert Clive, along with the 20 English and 300 Indian soldiers, he went to Arcot, attacked it and captured them. Arcot was the capital of Carnatic at that time. So to defeat a king, the opponent king captured the capital of the king means the king was announced as defeated. So now Carnatic, the Nawab of Carnatic was Sanda Sahib. Where did he go? He went to Tiruchirappalli to capture Muhammad Ali. But in the meantime, he forgot about his own place. So Arcot, which was the capital of Carnatic, now it was very diplomatically captured by Robert Clive. So English attacked Arcot and captured that. And also they defeated the French force at two places, at Orni and Kaveri Park, with the assistance of Major General Stryker Lawrence. Chanda Sahib was killed in Trichy. Chanda Sahib, who was made by the French as the Nawab of Carnatic, now with the great diplomacy secret plan of Robert Clive, defeated at two places. Finally, he was killed with the help of the great English Major General Mr. Lawrence. Chanda Sahib was killed in Trichy. After the death of Chanda Sahib, Muhammad Ali was made as the Nawab of Arcot by the British people. So just to think that at the Battle of Amber, the French got success. But at Battle of Arcot, the scene was completely changed because of the arrival of the great man from English. Who was he? Robert Clive. A special title was given to him as the hero of Arcot. So after that, Dupleix was recalled to Paris by the France government. Then there was the treaty signed between the English people and also the French people at a place called Pondicherry. So the treaty was known by the name Treaty of Pondicherry 1755. So when Dupleix returned to France, the next person who came to India as the French governor was Kodagu. So Kodagu and Robert Clive on the side of French and British respectively, they signed a treaty at Pondicherry in the year 1755, and both the powers agreed not to interfere in the internal affairs of the native states. That is, they should take care of their own business only in India. They should not interfere in any of the internal activities of the native rulers. And also, they were retained to their old positions. And also, the French was asked to not to fortify any building by either power. So the Second Carnatic War also a important one to prove that English was supreme on the land by appointing Muhammad Ali as the Nawab of Carnatic. So the French was still very powerful in Hyderabad. So the English people, they noted that they wanted to defeat the French at Hyderabad also. So that was happened in the Third Carnatic War.
The Second Carnatic War happened in 1749 to 54. After the First Carnatic War, Dupleix fully understood the weakness of the Indian princes. Henceforth, he began to look for opportunities to extend French influence by calculated interference in the internal quarrels of the Indian states. Dupleix soon got his opportunity. He was able to interfere in the wars of succession that started after the death of Asaf Jah, the late Nizam of Hyderabad. He also supported the claim of Chanda Sahib, son-in-law of the late Nawab Dost Ali, in the Carnatic War. In the war at Hyderabad, Dupleix pledged French support to the late Nizam's grandson Muzaffar Jung for the throne of Hyderabad. He also pledged to support Chanda Sahib for the throne of the Carnatic. Thus, a tripartite understanding was developed among the French, Muzaffar Jung, and Chanda Sahib. In order to curb the extension of French influence, the English company supported the cause of the rival candidate Nazir Jung for the throne of the Nizam, and that of Muhammad Ali after the death of Anwaruddin in the Battle of Ambur in 1749 for the Nawabship of Carnatic. Thus began the second phase of the Anglo-French War, which is known as the Second Carnatic War. It was an unofficial war fought between the European countries in India while there was peace between them at Europe. The group led by the French defeated and killed Anwaruddin in the Battle of Ambur. His son Muhammad Ali fled to Trichinopoli and took refuge there under the protection of the English troops. Chanda Sahib was made Nawab of Kalmat. The French and their allies then marched to the Deccan. Nazir Jung was surprised with the French army and was killed. The French protege Muzaffar Jung was installed as the Nizam of Hyderabad. Dupleix's dream of an empire seemed likely to be realized. After a short while, Muzaffar Jung was killed in a skirmish. The French general Bouchis then sent his nominee Salabat Jung on the throne and thus maintained French influence in the Deccan. Bouchis controlled the political fortunes of the state for 7 years. For the military support given to the Nizam, the French were given 4 rich districts on the Coromandel coast known as the Northern Sarkar. The British realized that the situation implied a serious threat to their position in the southern India. The French had already acquired influence over the Nizam, but the powerful fortress of Trichinopoli was still in the hands of Muhammad Ali, a protege of British. They then put their entire strength behind Muhammad Ali, who had been besieged in Trichinopoli by Chanda Sahib and the French. At this crucial juncture, there appeared a man on the scene endowed with a daring genius and power of original conception, whose intelligence, arid bravery saved the fortunes of the English. His name was Clive, and he was a young clerk of the company. He suggested an attack upon Arcot as a diversionary tactics. His plan was approved by the English, and Clive made a bold dash for Arcot, the capital of the Carnatic, with a little band of soldiers and occupied it. A large portion of his army from Trichinopoli to recapture Arcot. But Clive maintained a gallant defense for 53 days. In the meantime, he was reinforced by troops from Madras and some Indian allies. Clive then came out of the besieged town, attacked and defeated Chanda Sahib at several important battles, including one fought at Kaveri Park. Chanda Sahib was captured and executed. Muhammad Ali then became the undisputed Nawab of the Carnatic. Dupleix's high hopes were thus dashed to the ground. Both the British and the French governments disapproved the policy of the companies fighting in India while the two nations were officially at peace. The French government recalled Dupleix and sent Godeau in his place. Godeau then signed the Treaty of Pondicherry in 1755 with the English. By this treaty, both the nations agreed not to interfere in the quarrels of the Indian princes. After this treaty, though the French were able to maintain their hold over Hyderabad for some time, they lost much of the prestige they had gained before. The British control over the Carnatic was also established.
The Third Carnatic War. Duration was 1756 to 1763. The cause for the Third Carnatic War was outbreak of the 7 Years' War in Europe. Outbreak of the 7 Years' War in Europe. The war was happened for 7 years, 1756 to 1763. Where did the 7 Years' War broke out? It was broke out in Europe. So in England and France, they are on either side in the 7 Years' War. In the meantime, Robert Clive, he established the British power in Bengal by the Battle of Plassey, which provided them with the necessary finance for a Third Carnatic War. Already we learned about Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. So after Battle of Plassey, Bengal came under the control of Robert Clive, and he got lot of taxes from them that provided necessary finance for the Third Carnatic War. In the meantime, French sent a governor called by the name Count Lally to India to capture Madras from English. So Count Lally was deputed from France to conduct the war from the French side. He easily captured Fort St. David. Fort St. David was the English fort, which is located in Madras. So he ordered Bussy, one more general of France called Bussy, to come down to Carnatic with his army to make a united effort to push the British out of the Carnatic. In Carnatic, already British got victory. Hyderabad was under the control of the French people. So the French people, to take a revenge against the British for their defeat in the Battle of Arcot by Robert Clive, now they sent Count Lally and Colonel Bussy. And Count Lally, he captured Fort St. David, which belonged to English people. And what did Count Lally do? He ordered Bussy to come to Carnatic with the army. For what purpose? To push the British out of the Carnatic. Taking this advantage, Bussy's departure, Robert Clive and Colonel Fordy from Bengal to occupy the northern Circus. Northern Circus was already under the control of the French people. So Robert Clive, usually diplomatic plans are made by him. So what was the diplomatic plan now made by Robert Clive? So when Colonel Bussy left the northern Circus and tried to attack Carnatic, in the meantime, Robert Clive and along with Colonel Fordy, what did they do? They captured northern Circus, that's a part of Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. So you might think about the diplomatic skill of Robert Clive. So even though he belonged to England, we should be diplomatic like these people in our life. So proper tricky plans for goodness. So he did everything for the goodness of the English people, English East India Company. So Robert Clive, very diplomatically, he got success over Arcot. And like that, here he also diplomatically defeated the French and captured northern Circus. The next battle between English and France was the Battle of Vandivas, which was happened in the year 1760, the decisive battle of the Third Carnatic War. It was fought on January 22nd, 1760. So among all the Carnatic wars, that is the Battle of Buxar, Battle of Amber, the Battle of Adayar, Battle of Arcot, Battle of Vandivas was considered to be the most decisive one because it completely uprooted the French influence from India. So when it was fought on January 22nd, 1760. The English army under General Ayrhout, he totally routed the French army under Lally. So at the time, who was the English general? Sir Ayrhout. And who was the French general? Count Lally. So what did Ayrhout do? He totally routed means completely taken away the French army, defeated them. Within a year, the French had lost all their possessions in India. And Lally returned to France. Count Lally was called back by the France government and he was imprisoned there and executed. Executed means he was hanged to death. So that was a great end that was a worst end for the great army general. So finally, what was the reason for the Third Carnatic War? I told the outbreak of 7 Years' War. The 7 Year War was concluded by the Treaty of Paris in the year 1763. So the French settlements, including Pondicherry, were given back to the French according to the Treaty of Paris. But they were forbidden from the fortifying of the forts and also from gathering armies. So only the French people were allowed to settle in Pondicherry and some of the places around Pondicherry. And what are the two things forbidden from them? Fortification of any places and also not to gather any army. So the French dominance in India practically came to an end after the Battle of Vandivas. So the first, second and third Carnatic Wars, even the French seems to be at the success at the beginning. But finally, after the third Carnatic War, especially after the Battle of Vandivas in the year 1760, the British completely rooted out the French dominance from India. And English already they got victory over Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar, and they started their political power in Bengal. Now the Carnatic region and also the Hyderabad, which were the important regions in South India, they came under the control of the British people after the three Carnatic Wars. So main reason for the success of the British in all these wars was Robert Clive. And another important English generals, they all had a very unity among them, and they all had a very good generals and commanders. That's why they got success. English people, why did they get success? The main thing is the unity among the generals, army generals of the English, and the support they got from the home government, that is from England. financial support and physical support, everything were given from the England government. So all make the English to got success over the three Carnatic wars, and finally it helped them to outroot, completely taken off the French influence from India. And in the south, in Carnatic, and in the east side of India, in Bengal, in two places, the English started their prominent political power.
The Third Carnatic War between 1757 to 1763. The 7 Years' War broke out in Europe in 1756. In this war, England and France joined opposite camps. Its repercussion was immediately felt in India. The two companies renewed their hostility, thus began the Third Carnatic War. This time the war passed beyond the limits of the Carnatic and reached Bengal as well, where the English captured the French possession of Chandernagore in 1757. But as the most decisive battles of the wars were fought in the Carnatic, it is rightly called as the Third Carnatic War. This time the French government made a determined effort to oust the English from India. For this purpose, the French sent a strong contingent of force headed by Count de Lally. Lally started his work vigorously. He attacked Fort Saint David and captured it and other small English possessions in the region. He then made an attack on Madras. This attack ended in failure and the French troops became demoralized. At this critical juncture, Lally committed another great blunder by recalling Bussy from the Nizam's court, and the French influence at Hyderabad at once collapsed. An English army under Colonel Fordyce sent from Bengal occupied the northern succor, Solang, held by the French. The Nizam Salabat Jung switched over to the English and ceded the northern succor to them. The battle still continued, but Lally was eventually defeated decisively at the Battle of Vandivash in 1760. He retreated to Pondicherry, which was besieged by the English. Lally defended it gallantly for some time but was staved into submission in 1761. The fall of Pondicherry sounded the death knell of French dominance in India. The Third Carnatic War ended officially in 1763 with the conclusion of the Peace of Paris. Pondicherry and the French possessions in India were restored to France, but these could be held only as mere trading centers without any fortifications and armies. Thus, the French dream of building an empire in India was shattered. It cleared the way for the establishment of the British Empire in India, unhampered by any European rival. So, the reactions of the rulers of the Carnatic is, at first, the Nawabs of the Carnatic did not like the Anglo-French conflicts within their kingdom. They tried to chastise the offenders, but soon they realized that militarily they were no match for the foreigners. They accepted the position of this inferiority. Subsequently, during the rivalries for the power, they did not hesitate to seek the assistance of either the French or the English, based on their power at the time. By the end of the Third Carnatic War, the Nawab of the Carnatic practically became a client of the East India Company. The causes of French failures are: a principal factor for the French failure was the superiority of the British naval power. This enabled the English to bring soldiers from Europe and to send supplies from Bengal, but the French were unable to replenish their resources from outside. Secondly, the English East India Company was a private company and it showed greater enterprise in business, but the French company was dependent on the government and lacked the spirit of bold individual and corporate effort. Neither the French government nor the shareholders, who were assured of a fixed dividend, took any active interest in the fortunes of the company. Thirdly, the British had three important bases in India: Calcutta, Madras and Bombay. If any of these bases were imperiled by the French, the English could still get resources from the other centers and could continue war from the other bases. On the other hand, the French had only one strong base at Pondicherry. If Pondicherry was endangered, it could not get any effective support from their other bases in India. Fourthly, the British company was lucky to have many capable men like Clive, Lawrence, Ercote, etc. in its service. On the other hand, besides Dupleix, the French company had no really able men to serve it. Fifth and lastly, the victory at Plassey gave the English company large resources of a rich area in India.
In this class, we have learnt Second Carnatic War and Third Carnatic War. Second Carnatic War, the duration was 1749 to 1754. Two important wars were fought under Second Carnatic War. What are the battles? Battle of Amber and Battle of Arcot. Battle of Amber was fought in 1749. Battle of Arcot was fought in 1751. So in Battle of Amber, the French got success. But in Battle of Arcot, after the arrival of Robert Clive, the complete scene was changed by Robert Clive's diplomatic policies and he got victory over Carnatic. And Treaty of Pondicherry was signed between the people in 1755. Kodaiku followed duplex. And the third Carnatic War, the duration was 1756 to 1763. The main reason for that was the outbreak of 7 Years' War in Europe. And Count Lally, the French governor, and Colonel Bussy, they attacked Fort St. David and captured that. That created angry of the British. So Robert Clive, with the help of Colonel Fordy, he captured Northern Circus. And Battle of Vandivas, which was happened in 1760, which was the most decisive battle of the Third Carnatic War, which was fought on January 22nd, 1760. The English army under General Eyre, who totally routed the French army under Lally. So within a year, the French had lost all their possessions in India to the British, and Lally was returned to France and he was executed by the French government. Treaty of Paris was signed between the English and the French people in 1763. According to that, the French settlement, including Pondicherry, were given back to the French, and two things were forbidden for them. What are the two things? One is fortifying the places and another one is gathering the army. So the final result of these three Carnatic wars was the French dominance in India practically came to an end. So the South India, the important region Carnatic, now came under the control of the English people. Already they got control over Bengal by winning Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. Children, hope that you understood the concept. Thank you, children.